for the next battle.
What a weird combo. Good damage because of this move. This move's ridiculous. +3 crouching. This move is also ridiculous. It's a -11 force crouch mid launcher that starts in 13 frames. But you only have it from back turn. The launcher's pretty weak, but it's still a launcher. Still got 70 damage from that, which is more than Xiaoyu ever gets. Forward 3. That was forward. Yeah. Getting combo. $84 damage off of a highly evasive mid launcher. How did that not work? It's pretty hard though, you should probably just do this. Like the old combo route. Wrong button. So if I'm like in a stressful situation and I don't know what just happened, but I gotta juggle somehow, and I need a quick move that's like guaranteed to get a tornado, I guess it's just this. But is there ever a reason to do this instead of this? in a combo. I don't know. Probably not. Excuse me? Huh, okay. So some characters can't do this in training mode. But if you're far enough away, you get 4 steps of your run and you get the tackle. They removed ultimate tackle and they kept the power crush tackle. See, if you're not far enough away, it'll do it. And some characters just run too fast. So that even if you're full screen like this, you don't get enough steps before you reach them, so you don't even get the move. Like Xiaoyu's like this. The characters like Lili and Panda have lower run speed, so they actually get to do 4 steps. I missed the button. Oh no, I didn't. I barely pressed it. It's not as satisfying a combo to do as Asuka's. So Asuka is like forward, 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 forward. With a down back in there somewhere. Also works. I don't know why you do that, but it works. And if you want to rage art, it's actually pretty weird. Well, you need rage art for one. So the tornado, up to the tornado is the same, but you get a couple of extra hits because her rage art has ridiculous range. See, she just like steps forward 7 miles forward and slaps you. Not that far. So you get this move into the stance like that. You hold forward, but you don't want a stance move. You want a standing moves. So you sidestep up, and then you get jabbed. Like that, and then that you can rage art there because it has ridiculous range. Come on! Oh, I got running 3 somehow. Too slow. Oops, that's Asuka's move. Asuka has a move that looks identical to Lili's back one, but it's Asuka's down back one. Oops, hide. Did it again. There you go. Ouch. Where's the music? I see little tiny specks of music on the thing, but it's like all gone. Oh, because of the rage art, I guess. Weird. So I learned a combo or two, but I don't know what her moves do. I finished the frame data, but I still don't know what her moves do. So let's go over her moves. What can she do from jab? 1-2 is safe, but it's double high. And it's interestingly still +3 or +8 on hit. So there's no reason to stop at one jab. You just do 2 jabs every time. She just has 1-1, which leaves her back turned. Only +4. Her main 10 frame punish though is, you know, 2-4. Pretty strong for a 10 frame. But off her 1 string, she has 1-2. She's 1-1-3, which is -15, but a mid, with no other alternatives. So it's like, do you really want to do this? I don't think so, because you're in back turn, and you're -4 on block. -4 in back turn is safe, actually. It's not safe to jab, it's safe to 11 frame stuff. If you're perfect. So it takes at least... Oh, I didn't test it in this game, but in Tekken 7, -4 back turn is barely punishable with a 10 frame jab. If you hold forward at a back turn, and then immediately block within those 6 frames, then you can block after 6 frames. After 6 frames, on frame 7. So you're not blocking for 6 frames, but you are blocking on the 7th. 1-2-3 is a low. Though it's -2 on hit, but it becomes +6 if it counters. And you have a 4 to mix it up with, and 4 is safe. And during heat, it's actually +2. And deals chip damage. This is actually pretty strong. 1-2-4. Let's see if he can sidestep it though. I'll get hit. Uh-oh. Okay. What about this one? Okay, that one actually tracks. Oh, come on. Okay, that one tracks. But yeah. So if you think they're going to block, standing or crouching, you can do the mid because it'll hit them crouching and it's safe standing, but that'll lose to sidestep and it might have a gap, in between. I don't know how to do this. Like this. Yeah, it has a gap. Okay. What happened? You can armor through it, obviously. 2, it's 12, so it's a 12 frame gap. If they block. It's probably a 1 frame gap if they get hit though. Yeah. But even if they block this, you're only -3, so it's like not like your jab will trade with a 13. So most characters don't have a good enough 13 to warrant that. So you're basically even. Is what I'm trying to say. Steve can back one you and get a combo. That's about it. Most characters don't have safe to throw out 13 frame counter hit launchers in this game because they removed all your medic fours. I forget what to do there. Do I plan to main Lili? I plan to main every character in every fighting game in existence. For Tekken 8 so far, I have played Xiaoyu and Asuka. And now I'm moving on to Lili. Because she seems not low tier. But also not gimmicky, like Xiaoyu. Although Xiaoyu is... I don't know if less gimmicky is the word, but Xiaoyu is something else in this game. She's still gimmicky, but she's focused on the gimmicks more. To the point where they're no longer gimmicks. That's just how you play the character. She's less of a gimmick character and more of an Oki Zeme character now. Because of her hypnotist. Anyway. What about 2? So, I can throw this out in low ranks until they step it. And that'll be pretty strong. Because it's safe. But I can also, if it hits, I can go to this. That's pretty safe. It's only -13. They're not going to block it. 2, 3. Is also -13. 2, 4 is -2, but a high. So... I think I'm going to throw this out a bunch, because they're not going to duck. Like, they see a jab coming, and they're going to duck it within, like, 20 frames. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. 3... I see. 3, 1 is a heat engager. Why didn't you turn around? A lot of damage. I'm in heat. 3, 2 is the high. Alright, so you have a unsafe mid engager, but you also have a safe high. But the gap looks huge. So let's try that. Maybe not. There's no gap on block. Or there is, but it's not big enough to jab. You can also do a steppy. Haven't really thought about the things you can do here. She's a 14. Oh yeah. She's 11 as well. But she's not like... She doesn't really high crush during this, so it's like... They can just jab you out. Or even you're -2 into an 11, they can trade with a 13 frame mid, so that's not very good. Ah, there it is. Power crush. Power crush, but it's -11, so no one's gonna be like severely punishing this. Except Lili, if your back's to the wall. That's not gonna happen because you just made them block some stuff. That's pretty nice. Let's try the sidestep. Ah. He doesn't track left. Voila! Oh, she also has this move. -9. It's a high? Huh. Okay, that seems like a combo tool, but you never use it in combos, so. Because this hit, that middle hit does so little damage. 4 is her 10 string. You can consider using 4, 1, 3, but it's -11 on block and 0 on hit. Am I a cat person? No, I don't have a cat. So really, because they removed magic 4s entirely, it's like, what's the point of this move? -4. It's like +5 or something, +7. And it's 12 frames, not 11. Oh, I see. So, okay. Next is this move, 12 frame. It's actually not her 12 frame punish, because it only does 26 damage. The 12 frame punish is forward 2-3, which you also use during combos, like this one. But like, if they're like ducking or something, then your forward 2 won't hit because it's a high, so that's the only time you would use that. Forward 2-3 is your main 12 frame punish. Forward 3 is a slow homing move. It's like Xiaoyu or Asuka's forward 4, but really, really bad. Why didn't I finish the frame data for this? Can I combo up that? It appears not. Forward 4. Well, what is forward 3? It's a crappy homing move. It's really slow. It's minus on block. It is mid. You don't get a combo even on counter hit. Maybe it could be good at the wall. Because at the wall it does wall splat. Oh. My goose. The wall it does wall splat, so you get this. What is your wall combo again? Yeah, that's what a homing move does. But it's really slow. Like, a 20 frame startup homing move that is not plus on block is probably not worth doing most of the time. That's the wrong input. Oh, I see. There you go, that's your wall combo. It's pretty good. But I think I might be able to get more. Let's try this. Oops. Yikes. Maybe not. Please do the move. Voila. She has other homing moves. Which I did not write down. Three plus 4. Down back 4. Forward 1 plus 2. And some stance stuff. Back turn 3. And do glide 2-1. And feisty rabbit 3. 23. -2 high. Forward 4 has follow-ups. I think it was not down forward 4. Forward 3, not down forward 4. How did I get that? That's weird. So it was, yeah, 3 plus 4, forward 3. How did I get down forward 4? And then down back 4, which is also not on my list. So I just missed one. I missed one and wrote down back 4 as down forward 4. Is that snake edge? Yes. Or whatever it's called. Alright, 4-3, 20 frame mid. Probably... It is safe on block. Because it's mid, it's probably okay, but the range is just... It barely works at round start range. It's rough. Snake edge, obviously. Okay. This one's even worse. It's a forward move. It is technically faster by 2 frames. But if you're doing it in neutral, it's not. It's actually slower by 1 frame. If you're doing it in neutral, it's slower by a frame because you have to input forward, neutral, forward, and then press the button. You cannot press forward, neutral, and then forward plus the button, so it does not work. It has to be at least 1 frame in between. And that's if you're perfect. If you're perfect, it's 1 frame slower. Does more damage. It does 2 points more damage. And has, slightly more range. And you can hold it. And the full charge is unblockable. But no one's going to ever block for more than 2 seconds online, so... And then stances, so yeah. Not very useful, but back turn 3. Back turn 3 is how you catch sidesteppers. While back turn, do glide 2 is how you catch sidesteppers while in do glide. And 3 is how you catch them while you're in vice grip. Most of your mix-ups are going to come from back turn because of this move. So yeah, knowing back turn 3 is kind of important. Like here, let me show a sidestep. He sidesteps. He can sidestep this. Yeah. But he can't sidestep this. voila. Let's see. And your low is like... What even is your low? What is your back turn low? This guy, 20 frames? There's a combo there. Get hit with that. Okay, I can face forward if I do this. What is the combo here? Maybe that's not the low I use. What other lows does she have in back turn? Down 2. That's pretty good looking. +5. But you're not getting, like, it's 17 damage. Down 3's -1. Well, but you get, this, it's a counter hit, so. Yeah, it's this guy. Maybe it's something like that. Yikes. I lose a frame of advantage if I do that. Okay. What else is there? I wish she had a tornado move from back turn, but she does not. I can hit with 1-2 when back turn with a tornado, but you can't do it. It doesn't work. And that's it. I can do it again. I can do it twice. That looks guaranteed. I might be able to block it. Actually, it looks like it's guaranteed. Interesting. But then you're stuck in back turn, they get a quick rise. Yeah, it's not pretty. You probably just take this. 5 less damage, but a better situation. Unless I can figure out a way to combo off of this. How does this not work? Like, come on. Let's try that. Nope. Nope. Up 1. Nope. Too slow. Voila. So back turn's not that threatening. You just hold back and you're safe. Or sidestep. Like that's what you eat if you sidestep. Actually, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. What from Douglide? Does she have a low in Douglide? I don't think she does. But you can... Yeah, she doesn't have any lows in Douglide. Feisty Rabbit 3 is a homing low. This guy. But Douglide doesn't have a low, so you have... They're all mids. Except for this guy. This guy, who's a high. It's actually 0 on block. Or no, it's 6 plus... Oh, if you go into the stance. Wait, what? Okay. It's plus 6, but you can go into the Feisty Rabbit stance to make it 0. It seems bad. 0 and Feisty Rabbit. Yeah, all your stuff in Feisty Rabbit is freaking 20 frames. It does evade stuff. So like, if they block, but like why they're plus, you're plus 6 here. So if it whiffs, maybe. If it whiffs, maybe you want to try to do that, but that's weak. Yeah, I am currently playing Lili, that's correct. Let's see. I also have this stuff. Interesting. I have not played her online yet. She appears to be in that massive group of characters which are not top tier, but not bottom tier. Which is everyone except for like 5 characters. And among those, she is above average, I guess. But she's not in the tier of Jun, Jin, Dragunov, Reina. And she's also not in the tier of Kuma and Panda. She's in that middle tier where everyone is. And they're all about the same. And among them, she might be strong, but it's hard to tell. Depends on the player. She's definitely an honester character. A more honest character than someone like Kazuya. And she's definitely more balanced than a character like Asuka. In terms of like, Asuka's a very defensive character that just sits back and does nothing and then you run into her. I will say in previous games she had an above average sidestep. In this game, most characters have the same sidestep. There's like maybe 4 or 5 characters with a weirdly evasive sidestep. And then there's Jack and Kuma have really bad sidesteps. But everyone else is like the exact same, basically, with small differences. But there's always character-specific weirdness to where they're better in some situations and worse in other situations when they sidestep. But Lili has a good sidewalk. Sidewalks in this game are interesting. There are plenty of situations where if you double tap it, you'll evade, and if you single tap it, you will not evade. It happens a lot. But you have to time it right. If you're too fast, you'll actually slow down. Like if you do this, you're slower. So you need to like step for like exactly 7 frames or something, and then you go. So like you buffer the sidestep early. And then you hold it at a very specific time. But if you don't do that, most characters are the same. There's just some characters are oddly evasive, like Fang Yoshimitsu, Xiao Yu, and someone else or something. They're weirdly more evasive than everyone else. But she has a very good sidewalk. If you time it right. Basically, the way that you should think about it is as soon as you tap and release up once, you'll sidestep. And then within the first 12 frames of that sidestep, you can press it again. See my inputs on the left? Over here. You're looking at the middle digit between the 2 ups. It says 12. See there, I got a 13, so it didn't work. I got a jump, not a sidewalk. But if it's below 13, if it's 12 or less, I'll sidewalk. So basically, you're trying to start sidewalking at a certain point within those 12 frames, because the way sidesteps work is you zoom really far, and then you slow down really, really quickly until you eventually stop, right? And for those first 12 frames, you can, or I guess on the 13th frame, you can cancel into a sidewalk by pressing up at the right time. So your goal is to be like, okay, my character's sidewalk is this speed, and it's at this point during the side step where my character crosses that speed. So if I sidestep for this long and then cancel to a sidewalk on that frame, I'm getting the maximum distance. And for most characters, it's like you just do the full distance. For Lili, it's a little bit shorter, I think. But that's so hard to test that I don't know. But her sidewalk is very good. But outside of that, she is very balanced. Asuka has good like mix-ups up like really up close if you have advantage. And she has very good like evasion and just being very, very hard to punish while also doing launchers from this range. And if you whiff anything, forward 2, you're dead. That's how Asuka plays. Like, she's very much weighted toward just backing up and doing safe crap and hoping the opponent runs into it. Lili is not like that. Or you can play a character like Xiao Yu, who sucks at everything until you run into something, and then suddenly she has a knockdown, and now she's in Hypnotist, and now she has a 12-frame low launcher in Hypnotist, and it's like, oh, well, okay. So she's very much weighted toward the Okizeme after you get a knockdown. But everything else she has sucks. Or a character like Kazuya, who only has 5 moves, and you just pick one of the 5 moves in neutral. How sweet. So yeah, Kazuya is just the master of making you guess all the time. And if you happen to guess wrong 4 times in a row, you just lose. Lili can't do that. But she can kind of do it. Like, she has back turn stuff. Like, she has a 13-frame mid launcher that's minus 11 on block. You know? Like, she can kind of do it, but she doesn't really have a good low. So she's this. That's 45 damage. Or you can take the guaranteed, like, combo damage of 40. But even then, it's like, that's not really a launcher. And she's kind of evasive, but her down forward 2 is 16 frames, so that's not very good. It also has low damage, it's only 15 damage. And it's not that good of range. Like, it doesn't work. It barely works from round start. So it's not that good. It's not like Asuka's forward 2, so she's not like an expert at whiff punishing. Her mobility is like average at best. Her side step's a little bit above, her side walk is above average. But nothing spectacular. Or you can think of a character like Xiaoyu or Kuma, where they're just evasive all the time. She has a little bit of that. But not really that much. Not as much as a Xiaoyu or Kuma does, or even Reina. So she kind of has evasive moves like this, and they're really good, but they're not that good, and they're not all over the place. That's sort of what the character Lili is. She's kind of got good stuff in this area, but not really, and only sometimes, and only on these 1 or 2 moves. But you can use them if you want to. Like if you want to play Xiaoyu for 1 second, you can kind of emulate Xiaoyu a little bit by doing Matterhorn. But it's not really the same, you know? Like, this is not Xiaoyu AOP down 1+2. And there's no mix-up with Xiaoyu AOP down 3+4. I guess it's just AOP 3+4. But like, she doesn't have the same type of options while evading. But she can still evade with this move. Also, it's like minus 20 on block, so yeah, good luck. I missed the button. Now that's a lot of damage. But only if they don't block it. If they block it, you're dead, because it's minus 21. But it is evasive, and it is a good mid-launcher. Yeah, and it does a lot of damage. Just don't get blocked. And she has plus on block stuff. Like, she has the typical running 3, but it's not Dragunov running 2. You know? Like, if you counter hits with this, you're not gonna get a combo. Oh, come on. There's no combo there. Unless their back is to the wall. You know? So you have a plus on block running move, but it's not a counter hit launcher. And it's not as fast as Dragunov's. And it's not, you know, it's not the top tier running plus on block move that some characters have. Like Dragunov, and even Xiaoyu to an extent, because she can combo off of her running 3. but it's just very slow. Dragonoff's is not slow, and it's a counter hit launcher. Lili has pieces of those things, right? So when you combine all that together, Lili is like, she's just a regular Tekken character, but you have to know all the pieces that she has, and occasionally use each piece in the right situations. So it's like, if you know what's happening and you know what the opponent is trying to do, then she's insanely top tier, basically. That's how it works. Because she gets freaking 84 damage off of a high crush mid launcher. Also, in general, she does a little bit more damage than average, I think, because she can get like off of a 15 frame off of a 15 damage 16 frame launcher, she gets 70 damage for no heat or rage. With rage, she gets like 84. But also, she has a 1-2 string, which is slightly above average. It's not your punish. Your punish is 2-4 at 10 frames. But she can just really annoy you with this. It's still -3 on block. That's not the right move. It's still -3 on block. But it's suddenly +8 on hit, and you have options. You have a low, and you have a mid that's safe, but they can sidestep it. So yeah. She has some armor moves too. It's like, yeah. This character is all just like, she has no real weaknesses. And she has a couple of cool strengths, but they're not exceptional strengths. Like, there's nothing that really stands out with this character. There are several things that stand out amongst other characters. Like, oh, Kazuya has a 13 frame high launcher that's plus on block. Okay. Or Huarong has insane chip damage during heat mode. Okay. Or Asuka has back 3, which is a highly evasive, totally safe mid launcher that you can hit confirm. And people run into it all the time and give you free wins. Okay. Or Asuka has a 16 frame -8 mid launcher. That's also really good. Or Dragunov has a +1 billion counter hit launcher that has infinite range. Oh, okay. That's cool. Or Double Jin has unreactable hell sweep that is a launcher. Okay, that's cool. No other character can do that. That's pretty strong. Yeah. Lili doesn't have any of that. She has a whole bunch of gimped versions of those. And I still don't know how to play her. She has so many moves that this is a hard character. This is a hard character. Because you gotta use all of it. You gotta use all her moves. Let's think about her lows. Because people like to block or mash online. So if they're blocking, I want to use a low. And if they're mashing, I want to like throw out safe counter hit stuff. She doesn't have magic 4. Which is +7 every time. So what is her equivalent magic 4? Let's look at lows first. Down 1. The thing is, she's not confusing in the sense of, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, you know what's happening, but it, like, all her moves just kind of blend together, because it's like, oh, this move's kind of good, oh, this move's kind of good, oh, this move's kind of good. Whereas with other characters, it's very obvious. Like, oh, these are the 5 moves that I use. And if my opponent is doing this, I do this. If they're doing this, I do this. If they're doing this, I do this. And if they're doing this, I do this. And if I land a hit, I do this combo. Lili's not like that, because it's like, she has a couple of ways of doing things. And some of it will work sometimes, some of it will work other times. Sometimes it'll all work, but other times it won't all work. Like, she has this homing move, but it's really slow. So maybe I want to do a faster homing move, but maybe I want to do this move. This move. That's a homing move, but it's blockable. But it's a full launch, but it's reactable. It's 30 frame startup. So it's like, you kind of just need to know Tekken. If you're playing Asuka, you don't really need to know anything about your opponent's character, because they're going to run into your back 3, or they're going to get hit by 1+2, or they're going to get hit by, or they're going to whiff something and they're going to forward to it, or you're going to sidestep it and they're going to and they're going to do down forward 2. It's like, you don't really need to know exactly what they're doing. You just need to react to the situation and press your button, right? If you're at this distance, you press back 3. If you sidestep something, you down forward 2. If they whiff something from far, you do forward 2. If you're up close and doing a mix-up, you have down 1+2 or 1+2. And the respective combos off of all of those things. But with Lili, it's like, okay, I block this move. How minus or plus is it? Okay, these are my options from this range of values. Whereas with Asuka, you don't really need to know. Like, you can know your punishes, but you don't need to, because you can just backdash, and now you're at advantage again, because they're gonna run into your back 3. Or you can just assume you're plus, and okay, it looks like I'm plus. I feel like they're gonna sit here and do nothing, which means that I can do a mix-up between 1+2 or down 1+2. With Lili, you don't get that. You basically, well, low level you get this. You get these, but that's gonna stop working really, really fast because it's really, really slow. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do a back turn mix-up, but you can't do back turn mix-ups if the opponent does a minus move, because you're not in back turn. The only way to do back turn mix-ups is if they get hit by something and you're +4. Now you get this, or homing move, or, you know, evasion, something like that. So the only way you get that type of mix-up is if you start it. You can't just block until the opponent does a move that looks like it's not plus on block, and then you do a mix-up. That doesn't work anymore. Also, you don't have any of your... Well, actually, I need to look at her lows. I need to look at her lows. So she's down 1. Good range. It's good-ish range. It's like round start. A little bit more than round start. Down 1 is 0. You have down 1-2, which is a combo. That's pretty bad. 4 is a mid, -12. But you're a +3 on this, and you can choose to be in back turn or not. That seems occasionally good, but it's 18 frames for this range is pretty bad. This isn't a move that you just use at neutral. Is it jail? Yes. Yeah, it does. So she can't duck this. Well, I mean, it depends what you mean by jail. On hit, it's a combo. On block, she can't, like, stand and block it. See? So you're dead if they block it, no matter what happens. But the thing that worries me is it has pretty short range. It's like barely, yeah, it's like right there. And it's freaking 18 frame startup. And the reward is 18 damage and you're +3, so it's like, why would you ever do this? That seems really bad. It has a 4. It has 4. You have 4, but it's -12. It looks like they can interrupt it too. The 4 options a knockdown, and it'll wall stun if they're near the wall, and it does a ton of damage. It does 24 damage. So it's like, you can't delay either. Basically, if this whiffs and they block the second hit, you're safe. But you're -8, so it's very minus at -8. So what you're doing basically is you're saying, okay, if the first hit whiffs and they don't duck the second hit, I have a potential frame trap option, even though I would normally be -8. That's what it means. Next low is down 3. There's no follow-up here, it's just... This one's nice because it has range. Not that much range. It's right about one backdash. And it's nice. It's +1 on counter hit. It's +5, and they're forced to crouch. That's sort of what I'm looking for. Is it's like less than 20 frames, good range, plus on hit, and having the extra plus on hit on counter hit is very nice. And it's not that unsafe. It's -12. Very good low. Very good low. Very safe low. Very crunchy. 17 damage. It's not horrible. But the big selling point is the range. Very good low. But your main surprise neutral tool is this thing, which I'll get to it later. Next low. Yeah, I mean, down 3 is a good enough low. She just says down back 4. That's the snake edge. And down back 3 +4. Which is also technically reactable, but not really. And this one you get a counter hit, I guess. But it's not very rewarding. It's very slow at 24 frames. It's worse on block. It's -18 on block. There's no real pressure on normal hit because you're only +3 and they're knocked down. So they get to do like a side roll or a wake up kick or something like that. Although there might be some weird like back tech, yeah, like that, where if they get up wrong, you might be able to get a free hit. That's sort of gimmicky. And I don't really know how it works. But theoretically, if your opponent is bad and they always get up with the same thing, you might be able to get something else there. But I prefer this guy, or this guy. It's faster, it's safer. They can't tech roll to go into one of two directions. They can't get up kick. Yeah. One more low is this guy. Very slow, stompy move. But you can go into back turn off it. And you're plus 10 in back turn. Woo! Nothing guaranteed, obviously. Unless it counter hits. If this counter hits, you get a 10 frame and back turn. So that would be... yeah, only one. But you have 1-2 and 1-4. So we do 1-4. Cool. Come on. Boom! Heat engager. If you're in heat... oh, surely this is... oh, I mean, you get it. Surely there's no combo here. Yeah, no, okay. No combo, but you get a free. Oh, it's probably this. It's probably this. I can't do it. Voila! 60 damage! Ugh! 60 damage because you got counter hit by this low. Yikes. And on block it's only minus 12. Yikes. That's very strong. But it's slow. It's a 22 frame low. It's like right on the verge of being reactable. And the range is pitiful, actually. This is something you only do if you have like frame advantage. And you're like, I'm gonna go in on this low. They're not gonna block this low, it's gonna hit. In fact, they're probably gonna get counter hit by it. And if they get counter hit by it, bad news. Yeah. She also has some stance lows. So she has one stance low. Oh yeah, crouching stuff. If you do this, it's a quick mid. It's safe on block. It's a knockdown. You get an extra hit if it's a counter hit. You get that. Man, 50 damage. You also have this low. It is reactable at 23 frames, and it's minus 2 on hit. You can kind of slide with it. And try to hit it meaty. Something like that. That was plus 4 on hit, so that gained an extra 6 frames. But yeah. So you can get it down to minus 9 on block, which is totally safe. Or up to plus 7 on hit, I believe. Yeah. Then I got plus 6. It's just one of those things that you have to space very precisely, and then it's useful. Otherwise, it's not useful at all. Also, they can just low parry on reaction, so... yeah, Lili has a ton of moves like this, where it's like, well, if they're not specifically looking for it, then it's good. But if they are looking for it, or if they happen to do something that doesn't really line up with what I thought they would do, then it just completely fails. But in the situation where I get it correctly, then it's very, very powerful. Nothing running. Then we have... oh yeah, sidestep stuff. She has some sidestep stuff, but she can't cancel into her sidestep like she like a Nina can. So this has to be a raw sidestep. So this is a safe mid. It's only -9. Safe mid, you get 40 damage if it hits. Counter hit's the same. There's nothing else you get on counter hit. Yeah, it's just a nice move to use. Unreactable. Voila. Sidestep 4 is another mid. Another safe mid. It's a little slower, puts you back turn, but you can also do a quick cancel the feisty rabbit. In either direction. Not sure what this is used for, if I'm being honest. On counter hit, you get +11 back turn. Nothing guaranteed. You can guarantee a mix-up. If that hits, you know, you get whatever you want. And sidestep 1+2. Another mid. She has 3 sidestep mids. They're all kind of slow, but not reactable. This one is a launcher on counter hit. This is a straight up launcher. And it's 0 on block. Don't know how to combo off it though. Because it does a weird turn thing. Yeah, they spin to not face you anymore. And your combo is weird. But yeah. The main one is this one. It's a safe mid that gives you a free hit on normal hit. Very strong. You could also try doing do glide stuff from neutral. That's your crouch dash. You just do a quarter circle forward. And you're in do glide. Do glide 1 is this guy. Yeah. Cool. Whoa. It has follow-ups. So by itself, it's a safe, low reward mid. You have 1, 2. Bam, knockdown, but it's -14. It's -14 on block. Also, you can feint it. Ooh. Ooh. You also have 1, 4, which is not a combo, unless it counter hits. But it's a safe mid. They can sidestep it, I believe. And during heat, it's plus on block. Bam. Massive chip damage, by the way. It's 9 damage on block if they're in heat, or if you're in heat, it's 16. Huge chip damage. Do like 2, similar story, but now it's homing. actually faster. This is a 15 frame, this is a 14 frame. So it's actually faster, less range. It's -9 on block, but you have 2-1, and that's a heat engager. If it's blocked, you're dead. -13. Okay, you're not dead. But if you hit with it in heat, bam, heat dash, huge bounce, big combo. Homing move is the main purpose, is you use it for the homing property. Do glide 3. Big damage mid. I think this is a new move. Or maybe it has just better combo ability in this game. But just huge, absolutely huge damage on this thing. Like, it does 28 damage. Most characters don't have moves that deal this much damage from one hit and still let you like combo after it. Like with Xiao Yu, you're ending a lot of your combos with down back 1, which requires a clean hit for 30 damage and just shoves the opponent away. You can't combo after it unless you heat dash, because it's also a heat engager. Most of the time you're gonna get like a 25 damage hit one time and then the combo's like over. But this move is very strong because it gives you 28 damage even in the middle of combos. Come on. But yeah. That's your main tornado move. It does a ton of damage. It is safe on block, but they can like sidestep it pretty easily. It's not like a combo on hit. Normally, it's only used during combos. Next you have Glide 1+2. This is your Power Crush. So if you do a string like this, say they block this. You're 0, but you don't have any fast moves from Glide. I mean, you have this. You have your wall standing 4 is 11 frames. But they can still jab you out of this. So what this is used for, is it's Power Crush. It's a Power Crush. It is a -11 on block, mid Power Crush. That forces crouch on hit. It looks like a knockdown, but they're not knockdown. Also, I believe there's nothing guaranteed here. What can I try? Now, I'm gonna say it's nothing guaranteed. Yeah, I'm gonna say nothing guaranteed. Unless I counter hit with it, maybe. Yeah, okay. It's also a wall splat. This is nice. Then you have Glide 3+4. This move is absurd. It is +6 on block high. 12 frame startup, and on hit it's +17, and at wall splat or wall stuns, which I didn't write down. Actually ridiculous. This move is ridiculous. This is her fastest Glide attack that isn't wall standing 4, and it's a plus on block high that wall stuns on hit. Nothing guaranteed. Yeah, this move's ridiculous. Also, you can cancel it into Feisty Step. And go for a Feisty Step mix-up. Which I will talk about Feisty Step next. Next we have, sorry, Feisty Rabbit. You can hold the button down to do a double step, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, so you don't have a 1. You don't have a 1. He just waits and then jabs. 2, you have this heat engager. Come on. Come on. Safe on block mid. Heat engager, good damage. Obviously, it's a heat engager, so you can heat dash during heat mode, and you get a combo, or it's +5. Or +18 if their back is to the low. Feisty Rabbit 3 is the low. This is the main low. +3, they're crouching. You're also crouching, which I have written down wrong. It's only -13 on block. Only -13 on block. So, unless they're like Kazuya, they're actually... Is Kazuya's Twin Pistons 13 frames in this game? I think they nerfed it. I forget. But 99% of the time you're just gonna eat like a combo, like a short combo, and not a launcher for this. 4 is this move again. Choose a bunch of these. It's another steppable mid. This time it's actually not plus on block. It's -2. Come on. It's -2 on block. But during heat it becomes +4 on block. And yeah. It's the same move as before, just from a different stance. That's all you have. Yeah, but you don't have any extra moves. You press down. But you can do extra steps. Right, so it's very evasive. That's the main point of the stance. Is the opponent has to be careful with how they attack you, because you might just be behind them when they're not expecting it. This character would be nuts if this gave you like a combo. Like actually nuts. Oh, also it does jail. See. That's it for Lili's moves. See, there's nothing that really stands out to you. Like, oh, I can build a strategy around these moves. Nothing really stands out. Because you can build a strategy around these moves, but it's the whole move list. You need all of the moves, except for a few of them. Very complicated character. And hello, Soren. So let me just go through all the moves that jump out at me, because there's a ton of them that jump out at me as like pretty strong, but not that strong. 1, 2 is +8 on hit. That's what stands out to me. +8 on hit, not a lot of damage, and it's also not her 10 frame punish because she has 2-4. That's her 10 frame punish. Although it does have less range. Does have less range. So you might need to use 1-2 sometimes. But 2-4 is your main. But the fact that you can just kind of, like, say I do this. It's -1 on block. This is a prime example of a time where you might want to use your jabs. Because if they jab, you get hit. Right? But if they do anything else, like a mid, like say she just her down for 1 here. It's like, okay, well, I'll just jab. I'll jab it out. And that'll beat your 13 frame mid because I'm only -1. It's situations like that where you get this 1-1 or this 1-2. And it being +8 is much higher than most characters get. It's not quite the same as, you know, the Mishima 1-1-2, where you get 1-1, hit confirm 2, they're knocked down, wall splat, whatever. It's not quite that. And that will be a recurring theme. That's a recurring theme for Lili. It's like, it's better than normal, but it's not quite this other character is better than normal version of this move. She also has 2-4 is a slightly above average 10 frame punish, but again, it's not as good as the Mishima 1-1-2 or Jun's freaking up 1, or is it up? It's up 1 or up 2. It's one of those two. You also have, none of these really stand out to me. I mean, this move is interesting because of its range. You just kind of do it from across the freaking stage, and it kind of works. Like it hits in like 30 frames or something, and from downtown. That's sort of interesting, but it's kind of vulnerable. Forward 2 is interesting. This is her 12 frame punish. Huge range, but it hits high. So she has a pretty good 12 frame punish, and you might be able to just kind of do it like from here. It is -1 on hit. I guess you want to do that. Yeah, it's mainly a 12 frame punish, or if you want to like interrupt them, but you're not quite sure they're going to go in, so you just kind of do a long range move to where even if they block it, you're safe still. Maybe that's what it's used for, but it's mainly used for your 12 frame punish. Very good 12 frame punish. Forward 3 is a crappy homing move. Does she have other homing moves? I don't think she does. She has this move. It's technically homing, but it's really, really slow. This move is really, really slow. It's homing. She has down back 4, which is a snake edge. And she's this thing, which is even slower if you do it from neutral. And then she has stance stuff, so unless I'm going into stance, like back turn 3, like as my main homing move, I guess forward 3 is your main homing move. I mean, this one might be better. Gives more damage, and you can charge it to make it plus on block. So it's normally, let's see. Wow. It's normally -9 on block, but I can charge it to make it plus on block or unblockable. Wow. +12 on block, and a ton of chip damage. So maybe this is the, man, it's so slow. She has no fast. Her fastest homing move is 20. Man. I'm gonna have to go into her non-homing moves and see if they track. Like, where does down 4-1 track? Things like that. Yeah, I'm far from ready to play this character online. They can just sidestep everything. So let's just go through her moves again. Forward 4. This is a counter hit launcher. 17 frame counter hit launcher. Good range on it. Like, yeah. If you think your opponent is going to not respect you and just go for like a really slow mix-up. This is very strong. You get a huge combo. But it's also a safe mid. It's also a safe mid. Okay, so if it... Say I do this, right? And I'm plus 6 on block. Come on. Say I'm plus 6 on block. I could just kind of throw this move out there, and if they run into it, they run into it, you know? That's a really good setup, actually. Man. What's her game plan? Tekken. Because she had... So... The game plan with Asuka is also Tekken, but she really wants to be like over here-ish, spamming back threes and down back threes, which looks, I guess this is the equivalent of Asuka's down back three, and I guess this is the equivalent of Asuka's back three, but not really. She doesn't really have one. Maybe like this, something like this. But like Asuka wants to sort of stay back and throw out moves and hope the opponent runs into them, or if the opponent is not running into them, she can run up herself and do a basic mid-low mix-up that is heavily weighted in her favor. Lili can't really play that way because she doesn't really have the same type of moves as Asuka, where she can just sit back and hope the opponent runs into them, because they're likely to run into them because back three is ridiculous, and they're also high reward if they run into them. Like back three is ridiculous. So she can't really play that way. She can kind of punish opponents for running at her, but if this whiffs, she's dead. Like the main thing that makes back three with Asuka so strong is that if it whiffs, she's not dead yet. Because it's hard to whiff punish. It's very precise to whiff punish. And if they try to whiff punish and they're too early, they die. So yeah. It's very scary trying to whiff punish Asuka's back three. Whereas Lili can't play that way. And so that type of thinking is on all of her moves. Like, she has, like, okay, so... Xiaoyu has AOP down 1+2, which is a really super evasive low, safe on block mid launcher. That is quite linear. She has the exact same move in Matterhorn, but instead of it being safe on block, it's minus 21 on block. So it's exactly the same as AOP down 1+2, but worse in a very specific way. Or say you're playing Kazuya, or let's see. Say you're playing, I mean, half the cast has something like this, where they do a move and they go into a stance and they have a mid-low mix-up from that stance, assuming they have enough frame advantage. Like +4 is usually good enough to be in situations where you can do a mix-up. Lili is also like that. And in fact, her mid is very, very good. It is a 13 frame mid launcher that is only minus 11 on block. And you know, the combo you get is like reduced because you have to do like a down back one, but it's still really, 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 really good. The thing is, she doesn't have a low to complement it. She has this really, really slow low. It's 20 frames, and you get 40 damage. Nothing spectacular. If you want to do this, you can also... Oops. If you want to do this, you can also do this. That appears to be a guaranteed 45, which is a little bit more. But it's not a launcher. So it's not like you can do like... Actually, I wonder if you can do that. Nope. 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 Huh. Yeah, like, the reward you get's much less than what you would expect. Like, if Asuka does this... Asuka has the same thing from not a stance, just from neutral. Oh, like a full combo. Off of a mid or off of the low. That's guaranteed for 37 damage. Much faster, not from a stance. It's like Lili has the same thing as Asuka here, but it's worse in some way, and it's worse in this case that she has to be in back turn to do it. Or it's worse than, like, say, Kazuya or, you know, a Mishima with a Hell Sweep. Because Hell Sweeps deal more damage than this. You know? Especially Double Jins. So it's like, she has the standard Tekken stuff, plus some small strengths all over the place that are on top of the Tekken stuff. But nothing too spectacular. I mean, her sidewalk is pretty good. It's the best in the game, I think. I still have to test that. They've definitely changed it. She get any more notable moves? So her back turn is a complete set. So she's a homing move with 3, and if they get hit by it, you get a guaranteed 40 or 54 damage. Very, very powerful homing move. It is also just by itself. Oh, come on. By itself, it's -10 on block, and you can also do the string for -12. So that's very, very good homing move. The problem is the low is really bad, which you saw. But she also has the mid. Again, 13 frame launcher, actually ridiculous. And she doesn't really have anything else from back turn that's of note. She has other lows, but they're like not good. This does not combo. It is -13. Or the first one by itself is -1 on hit. And down 4 is like, it's pretty good. But it's only +1 and it does 9 points of damage. So yeah, not very rewarding, but it'll get you out of back turn. You also have your duck jab from back turn, so that's good. And oh, this is like a oddly evasive move. This whole thing is airborne, so she'll get floated out of it if she gets hit early. But she can also do the follow up. She also has this move, jumping, highly evasive, obviously. It just jumps over everything. And it is +2 on block. Oh. Which I can't show. There we go. +2 on block. Chip damage. 9 chip damage. Huge chip damage. If they just don't do anything and they just keep respecting your back turn, they die. Basically, is what that move is used for. So they have to have a sidestep on it to beat it. Sidestep. Then and then you die, or they can just keep blocking and die, or they can. You might have a move that anti-airs as well, but it's pretty rare. Or you could like parry it or armor through it or whatever. But the main counter is just the sidestep. Because it is very slow, obviously. It's very slow, it's just evasive that whole time it's starting up. Then she has the mid, and then she has throws. Although they're regular throws, they're not... If Xiaoyu throws you during back turn, it's unreactable. Because they all have the same animation. And you have to pick between the breaks. Hers is just a regular throw. See the left arm. Oh, never mind. They look the same. I see. How do you break this? Okay, one is a break. I can't do it that way. I can't do it that way. I've just switched characters. Get ready for the next battle. Whoops. Oh, come on. I can't hit two buttons at once. There we go. Oh yeah, it would say in the move list, but this move is not in the move list, I think. Back turn, it'd be throws. Yeah, it's not in the move list. Yeah, it's not here. I'll check the back turn section. It's not here either. Yeah. So it's like, every character that doesn't have like a weird, unique back turn throw, like Xiaoyu, has this. So like, the move list won't show your down jab, for example, because it's the same with every character. Unless you have a move that overwrites it, in which case it'll show it in the move list. But anyway. This. Which button is it? This button. Okay, one break. Two break. Not 1+2. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's not that good of a throw. Because they can break it with 1 or 2. And she doesn't have her 1+2 break. Oh, sorry. She does have her 1+2 break, but it goes the wrong direction. Yeah. I never played DOA. I played the demo of DOA 6 and I played DOA 5, but not against other people. Not my type of game. So it's like, she has a complete back turn mix-up because she has the mid and she has the low, but it's not nearly as good as Azucena's Libertador stance. Or you know, the classic Mishima stance. Also, she has a wave dash, but it's not a wave dash. It's just a crouch dash. Cause she can't forward dash during it to cancel. She's stuck in the animation until she attacks or the animation ends. So yeah, it's like Asuka's a good mid-range zoning defensive character because she has a bunch of moves that are hard to whiff punish and are very rewarding if the opponent gets hit by them. She has moves kind of like that, but not entirely. So she can kind of play that way, but not really. Or Kazuya has really good lows and mids that are very, very good. And yes, I am playing on hitbox. Well, I'm playing... I am playing on the PXN leverless controller. It is mirrored. So this is how you move. Oh yeah, I added a new button. I can do this now. Which one should I do? This is a good one.
We thought you was
Hopefully you heard that. I didn't hear it. Because it's a media source. And I'm too lazy to make it hearable by me. But anyway. You can add buttons to arcade. You can. I didn't. It just came this way. I got it for Christmas. But it is possible to add buttons to arcade sticks if you want to. Yeah, my R3 and L3 are little tiny buttons in the top right corner. I did the Oscar's down back one looks the same as Lily's back one, so I get them mixed up all the time. Also because it's 1-4 in both cases, and in both cases it's a tornado move. So Lily's back 1-4 is like the same as Oscar's down back 1-4. Which is very confusing. This layout with the up button being above the down button is more intuitive if you've never used the hitbox before, but it's worse because you have to move your finger between the up and down. If you have the thumb be the button that you use, then you don't have the then it's less intuitive because your thumb is how you jump. It's how you go up, but it's better because you're using 4 different fingers for the 4 different buttons. Most of the time you see them with both, so you have the up here as well as an up button down here, but I think that should be banned. I don't think you should be allowed to map multiple buttons on your controller to the same button in game, like to the same controller button. Like you shouldn't have 2 R1 buttons on one controller. That should be banned. This game in particular is friendly enough to all controllers because, I mean, most of the execution in this game is timing your right hand. So your right hand doesn't really change very much from game to game. I would say there are very few, like, if you're playing a game that requires specific techniques like double tapping, I would say don't play on keyboard or pad. Or if you're playing a game that requires like really weird button combinations, like this game actually. Although you can map a button to that and it works just fine. Well, the problem with having multiple buttons mapped to the same button is you get people who make pizza boxes that have 75 buttons on them, and then instead of actually learning the execution, they just put a row of buttons in the correct order. Like say I wanted to do jet upper with Brian, or let's say I wanted to do King's giant throw.
Get ready for the next battle.
This guy. Is it not one? Or is it this? Or is it this? Hey, there it is. Here, I'll eat an Oreo while that ad goes. Yummy. Mm-hmm. One more. One more. Mm-hmm. Well, the ad's over. Oh. Where's giant throw? Giant swing. Wow, look at that. Forward, back, down, forward, forward, one. And you get the blue sparks. Here, I'll send him to crouch. There we go. This is a nightmare on hitbox. It's not too bad on an arcade stick. Wow. Oh, you can skip one of the diagonals. Okay. There we go. If I'm too slow or I skip one of the diagonals, I don't get the blue sparks, which reduces the damage. But if you are allowed to map multiple buttons to the same controller input on one controller, what people have done is they've mapped they've taken all the hard stuff like this and they've just dedicated a huge row of their pizza box to that move. So they'll have all the inputs in order: forward, back, down, forward, forward, left punch. And they'll slide their finger across the buttons and get the move for free. Which is not only an advantage against other players who are using regular controllers, so it's cheating, and not only is it limiting the player base by how well they can create their own custom sticks that have rows of buttons for the specific moves that their character needs to do in that specific game. So it's financially limiting and limiting based on how much you know how to make sticks and wire up multiple buttons to the same controller. But 3, it's also just in general not in the spirit of the game. There's a reason it's so hard to get the blue spark version of this move. And like, imagine if there was one button that does the bad version and one button that does the good version. And you just have to press button A or button B to get the two moves. Well, no one would press button A. There's no reason to press button A. There's literally no reason to press button A. It's not useful. The reason button A exists is because it's not a button. It's not button A and button B. It's hard to do motion and then also even harder to do motion. So by having one line of buttons that just you dial it in and you get the move, it's like you've nullified a whole part of the game. It's gone. So 1, it's cheating. You have an advantage against other players. 2, it's limiting based on the player base because not every player can afford custom sticks. And 3, it's not in the spirit of the developer's intent for the game. So they should completely ban having multiple buttons assigned to the same controller input. That being said, I also think you should be banned from having one button assigned to multiple inputs because of electrics.
Get ready for the next battle.
To perform an electric, you have to press down forward and right punch on the same frame. Like that. It's pretty tough. But imagine I had a button on my stick that was programmed to press down forward and right punch on the same frame. I find it a lot easier on keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I missed 6. But I did it 5 times in a row on keyboard. On hitbox, it's harder, but still easier than on stick. But yeah, yeah, I can do electrics if I bind a button to press the 2 inputs on the same frame for me. Yeah, you should not be allowed to have a controller who has a button on it or any input that is guaranteed to simultaneously input 2 or more controller inputs onto the game. Now, that being said, you can go into the game, controller setup, and there are built-in macros into the game, which effectively press 2 buttons for you at the same time. That's okay, because the game has it built in. It should not be a part of the stick. You should not be allowed to have a button on your stick that does it for you. Because notice, none of these options are down forward plus right punch. There's a reason they selected these. You have every button combination of attack buttons, but you don't have combinations of directions plus attack buttons. Whoops. Could you bind a button to make to where you can't miss the timing of a move? What does that mean? Like, give me an example. See there? Okay, adjust frame. Nope. You had to hit those. For example, Reina has... Oh. Let's see. Where is it? This guy. On deco. On deco. Power up with quick input. This is 2 and then 1. Right? Really nice. 12 frame. Only -10 on lock mid. Very strong. Short range though. If there it is. Oh, wait. What move is that? Oh, I see. This is 1 plus 2. So ignore that move. I want this move, which is 2 and then 1. If I plink it perfectly, so that I press 2 on one frame and then press 1 on the next frame, I get 1 plus 2 because it's a Kara cancel input trick. But if I put an extra frame in between there, so I press. Come on. Come on. There it is. So I press 2 for 2 frames and then 1 on the 3rd frame. I don't get the powered up version that the move list says. Power up with quick input. So you need to press 1 frame after your character begins their standing 2 animation in order to get the powered up input. But normally that gives you 1 plus 2 because of the Kara cancel. But come on. There it is. Woo! If I'm able to press 2 on 1 frame and then release 2 and simultaneously press 1 on the next frame, then I get the powered up input. There it is. Whew. Hard to do. It's still minus 14. But it looks cooler. You get the blue sparks. Yeah, this game has a bunch of things like that where it's just hard. And in Reina's case, it's really hard. Although in other cases, it's not hard. Like there are just frames that aren't actually 1 frame windows. Hers is 1 frame, but there are others which are not. Like Skyrocket. Oops, I didn't click enter.
Get ready for the next battle.
So Huarong. Where is it? Huarong has lethal Skyrocket and Skyrocket. But if you press this, it's electric. Cha! 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 It's an electric. Cha! Yep. The thing about Huarong is he has 75,000 different moves that are all plus on block and leave him in stances. But his stance, but each of his stances has a particular weakness. So you need to do a lot of labbing against Huarong, and then you have a decent chance of surviving him. But even if you block correctly, it's still a ton of chip damage and heat mode. So, what does that move? It's like, what does that move? Let me scroll through it fast. Not that one. Oh no, they nerfed it in this game. I forgot. I still don't know what the move was, but whatever. He has like crazy strong ways of getting into his stance mix-ups, and then making you block for 5 years. Watching a high-level Huarong is pretty interesting. What about Li's just
Get ready
frames?
for the next battle.
I actually don't know Li's just frames in this game. I have yet to play Li at all in this game, so... let's see. Perfect input. 1, 2, 4. There it is. If you're too early, you get the weak one. If you're too late, nothing happens. If you're perfect, it's the same as the original, I guess. This feels like a 2-frame window or a 3-frame window. That one's pretty easy. Excellent. That one's not too hard either. It's definitely harder. Excellent. It's a little slower. Yeah. Yep, blue stuff means you did something cool. It's a bum bum ba ba. It's a little slower than I think. Slower. There it is. Definitely harder than the first one. Gotta practice that one. When hit from far... Ah, okay. It has to hit, I guess. Do this. Excellent. Early, late, early, early, late, early. This feels frame perfect. No, not that. This. There, excellent. There it is. Here's the question. Can you mash it? You can, okay. Yeah, you can mash it. So double tap it. Double tap it. This really feels like one frame. Alright, next one. That's easy. Definitely like a 5-frame input. Huge timing. What the frick? There it is. Easy. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Huge window on that one. This one. Oh, it's faster. Perfect. Yeah. Again, huge window. Not hard. Okay, so you have to do the full string, but the hard timing is on the second one, not the third one. It's not hard. It's not hard. Perfect. Almost every just frame is when the attack connects. So this move, as like this is a 14 frame move. So right on that frame 14, bam, you press the second button. Like there, you can see here. I pressed it on frame 14. Because you take the 5 plus the 8, that's 13, and then I pressed it on the next frame, so frame 14. Some of them are different, but almost all of them are right as the attack lands. That's when you press the button. This one. Same thing. With a different input. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, that's not hard. Can you buffer it? No. You can't. Okay. Okay, it's not that hard. There's quite a bit of lenience. The problem with this one is that you can't press forward and 2 on the same frame. You have to go forward, neutral, forward, and then 2. See there, I didn't get the move. I got forward 2 because I pressed forward, neutral, and then forward and 2 at the same time. It doesn't work. That's the main thing that makes it hard. Yeah, none of these are really hard except for what was it? This one. What was this one? This one. I forget what it was. There was one that I found really, really hard. All the other ones are not very hard. Oh, 3. Bolivia. Yeah, this is an electric. If you press them on the same frame, it'll give you the blue sparks. Which means it's free on a keyboard. Bolivia. Ooh, that didn't work. I don't know why. Why did it not work? Okay, it appears to be more specific than just an electric. Maybe you can't buffer it or something. I don't know. But electric seems to work just fine in most cases. And that's it. There you go. He had one that was difficult. Let me go back to that one. This one? That one. That's the one. It looks like you might be able to mash it. Yeah, you can mash it, but it's definitely a 1 frame input for the last one. So if you mash it, it's like a 50-50 chance. At best. Let's see. Excellent. Okay, yeah. Whew. Yep, it's always the last hit except for that one that says second hit. Which was like down back 1 or something. This one. This one, it's the second hit because it says perfect second hit. So if you perfect time the second one, then the third one becomes blue sparks. Yeah. I heard a puppy. Harley. 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 There you are. Hi, puppy. How you doing, puppy? Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. How you doing today, Poppy? Oh, you're leaving. Going back up now? What happened? Okay. Hi. Well, thanks for watching the stream. Good stream. We did a bunch of Lili labbing and a bunch of just frame exploration for various characters. And also talked about why certain controllers should be banned. Oh, she's gone. I'll stream again later. Not today, because today only lasts 15 more minutes. But yeah, I'll probably stream Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Might do more Dungeonborn, because the hard mode just unlocked for Dungeonborn. But Also, Uni 2, I think, is fixed. Maybe, so I might play Uni 2 again, although... Bleh. There's a new Persona 3 remake. That looks really good. And Persona 3 is the best Persona, so I might play that. Although I don't have the money to spend $70 on a remake of a 20-year-old game. So on that note, be sure to subscribe on Twitch so that I can play Persona 3. I'll stream it, I promise. So subscribe on Twitch, join on YouTube, and become a patron on Patreon. Those are the 3 main ways to support me. Also, you can join the Discord and talk to me whenever you want for free. Or if you have questions and I'm not currently streaming, you can ask them there. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.